How's it going? We're here doing another drive for At the Mile Logistics in my 2020 Freightliner Cascadia, Miss Natalie. And we have selected our job we're going to do. We're going to start off with nice, easy, relaxing run down the 10 into Phoenix. Empty pallets from Walmart to Walmart. And then we'll see how we feel after doing that drive, but here it is. This is what we're running today. Miss Natalie, my truck that has
here we go.
A lot of miles on it. Ooh, wow, we're at 116,000. Yeah, I drive this one a lot. So we're gonna get ourselves on the road. We gotta not that, turn on my lights. We gotta just do a quick little jaunt down the freeway and get our cargo that we're taking to Phoenix.
Turn right.
So we're good after this guy, so
turn left.
Let's get going. Still looking good. Hopefully it's an okay Sunday, or whatever day it is at the time this is actually watched, because I don't always remember to export these videos same day I do them. It's just a relaxing day of I don't have to be at work today after working for the last 6 days, so I feel like driving. It's just around. We're gonna take a left over here once we get through this intersection, and we are going to join the I believe this is I-35. Yeah, this is I-35 we're going to be getting on.
Turn left.
Wait for that green here, and we are on the road. Northbound on 35. I don't get tired of driving down the 35. Feels like home since I grew up in Belton. That it's only shown as a little scenery town in this game, halfway between Austin and Waco, right off the interstate, but that's where I grew up, so never been west of Texas, so I just love driving through Texas because I vaguely know where I'm going.
Go straight on.
Alright, that's a lie. My sense of direction is so bad I have no idea where I'm going, but at least I know what roads I'm not knowing where I'm at on are. Really good. This guy's making a turn, so we've got room to take this lane. We need to be on the interstate.
Exit left.
think we take the next exit. Actually,
Keep left.
okay, yeah, it's the second exit that we take. As often as I go to this particular Walmart, you'd think I would know how to get to it. That's what we have our GPS for. That will tell me where I'm supposed to be going, because I never have a clue. I could probably find a way to get lost in real life in a small town of about 3,000 people that I live in. So,
Keep
having a
right,
big virtual
and then
representation
exit
of a
right.
suburb, it's no surprise I can get lost.
Exit right. Keep right, and then turn right.
We're looking good. Let's cut all the way across.
Turn right.
That braking action was a little stiffer than I thought it would be. Didn't
Keep
think it
right,
would come to a stop
and
so
then
harsh.
turn right.
Only a very light touch on the pedal.
Turn right. Go straight on.
Alright, now where are we supposed to be?
Get ready to turn left.
Looks like right here.
Turn left. You have arrived at your destination. Your route guidance is now finished.
Alright, let's pick up our empty pallets that we're taking with us to Phoenix. And let's see if I can back in without making a fool out of myself like every other time. It looks like it should be fairly easy with this little path right here. I can hope nobody comes down this road. I don't think that's gonna work. Just bring it a little bit tighter. Cheat, because I'll admit I play this game to drive, not to be an expert at backing a trailer in. Oh shit. We are in their lawn. That was definitely not what I meant to do. Just kind of hoping for one of those graceful reverses where you just slip right into the dock like you've been doing this forever. And like you're not somebody who just hits skip loading when you're not being put on the spot by talking to yourself while doing this. If they're happy with it, I'm happy with it, because I'm not good at driving. I think we gotta shut down first. And have a sip of coffee before we get driving.
Drive safe.
Alright, coffee is consumed. Now we just gotta hit the road. I'm hoping we're clear because my mirror is in the way. Thank you, red car, for giving me room. No other AI would have done that.
Go straight on, and then turn left. Turn left.
We're gonna chance it, even though I can't really have a clear view all the way down. And nothing happened, which is always a relief. I usually end up getting T-boned when I have a blind corner I can't see around.
And then turn left. Turn left.
I'm sorry, dude in the mirror. I tried to give you room, but I don't have it with this car in the way. Just please don't get mad and like hit me or something. Oh, good, you can go around. Yes, that means the other cars are going to go around too, and I won't be hit. Oh, there we go. There is our turn.
Keep left.
To get on the 35.
Exit left. Keep left.
I'm just gonna lock it here at 55 because I don't like crashing or damaging Miss Natalie if I can help it. So this particular truck I tend to drive like a grandma, which is good, I guess. It means my cargo never gets damaged. So you know, recently I've had a couple of like goof ups with like red lights. Sometimes you get pinged for making a right on red with your signal going, even though that's legal in Texas.
Keep left.
But I don't remember the last time I was actually in a crash that did damage to my truck. Usually I'm just every 2,000 or 3,000 miles fixing the excessive amount of wear that builds up. I'm not a truck expert. I just pretend to drive one while walking around the block to work. I don't know anything about vehicles, but I imagine you can probably go longer than 2,000 miles on a set of tires meant for a truck like this without the weigh station pop up saying, oh hey, your shit's damaged, right, you need to fix
and then
it.
Exit right.
So I don't know, I think things wear down too much. Speaking of wear, did I I did not fix my
Turn
truck
right.
recently. So that's after, no, I'm talking about after I load into Phoenix, we're gonna have to repair the truck before our next job. As you know, they're just gonna complain about, oh, he just got like 5% of damage from just being driven. Alright, so we are on 290 West, leaving Austin, heading towards, I believe this one goes towards Junction. And I think near Junction is when we join the I-10. From I-10, it's just going to be a straight shot down the road into Phoenix.
Keep right.
Should be a nice, relaxing cruise for us. I'll keep it right. Oops. For some reason, I thought I was on a lane that was going to turn off soon. Oh, I did not realize I am doing 55 and a 45. It doesn't matter now, we're back into a 60 zone, so I scrubbed off all that speed for nothing. Anyway, I enjoy locking the cruise and going down the interstate. I know a lot of people who play this game that like those twisty, challenging, smaller side roads through the country, but me, I'm just one of those lock the cruise on the interstate and listen to music kind of guys. Except for when I'm streaming, because I'm sure some rich millionaire would sue me if I was listening to the Phantom of the Opera soundtrack while recording. Yes, that is my typical driving music, is opera soundtracks. I know I'm the weirdest 30-year-old guy ever. I get it.
Go straight on.
I got 50 coming up, so we'll just drop our speed. Oh, actually, we're coming into Fredericksburg. We'll drop it quite a bit, probably down to like 35. Will probably make us slow down further than 40 here sometime soon, because we're in the town. Well, yeah, there we go. There's our 30.
Go straight on.
There's our red light that I've never been able to just drive straight through on a green here. I always get caught red at this one. Ah, well, red light just means I can take my hands off the wheel and get a drink of coffee. And a quick puff of my views. That's nice too. Alright, there's green. Now we just gotta hang out for another minute and get our green.
Go straight on.
Oh, why are you slowing down? Keep going. I'm on the gas. Keep going. I figured we'd drive the Cascadia today, because, I mean, I know it's basically all I fucking drive when I stream this game. It's all I ever drive on my own time, too. There are trucks that I've driven that, or there are trucks that have come out since I started driving this one that I haven't even driven yet, because I just like this one so much. I mean, it drives basically the same as any other truck in American Truck Simulator, so can't really say handling is a big factor in my decision, but I like the aesthetic of the Freightliner, and I'll be honest, after having the digital ones before this, the analog ones before the update that added these digital ones, at first I kind of hated this display, but it's really grown on me, and I like the different information that is on it and how easy it is to read. So if I'm going to spend most of my time looking at this dashboard and out a windshield, I want the information I have to look good and be the information I want to see, like fuel consumption and easy to see clock. It took some getting used to, but I kind of do like that the speed limit sign is on there next to my speed instead of the GPS, so I can keep my eyes not wandering around quite so much. I don't know, this is a good truck to me. I like it. It's got what I want to have in a truck in this game, so that's what matters. And I kind of like it even more now that I'm past 100,000 miles, and I gave it a skin that says Miss Natalie on it, and I've personalized this truck in that regard. And the interior has stuff in it too. I shouldn't have done that while I was driving. Hey, let's be honest, I'm a little on the stupid side, so it's amazing I don't get into actual vehicle crashes more often. Well, the 10 is an 80, so we'll crank it up to 65. That's as fast as this truck will go. I have the setting on in the gameplay preferences, enable truck speed limiter, I think it's called, which it caps your speed limit at 65. Kind of like when you're doing World of Truck online contracts, you can only do 65 miles an hour max. I have that on the logic that I've driven for 2 VTCs, and while I customize the inside of my truck, as you can see, the outside looks more or less like a fleet truck, so I kind of just keep that vibe of, well, most fleet trucks that cap your speed you can do. So I kind of like having it locked at 65. And to be honest, I have a lead foot, so this speed limit can chop down from 80 to 60, and I won't pay attention. I'll do 85 until I get a ticket for it. So in my sense, since I don't pay attention, it's really good that I can only go 65. Alright, so it's 3:30 on the time it looks like, so we left the Austin garage about 9 o'clock. Drove, picked up our load, so probably been about 3.5, 4 hours we've been on the road, I would think. But we still got a long way to go. Can't do this drive in one day. I don't even think we can make El Paso before it gets dark. I mean, to be honest, when I stream, I have fatigue simulation turned off. I drive on my own time with it on, but when I'm streaming, I like to drive during the day because that means there's something to look at besides the lights on my dashboard when the video plays back. So I turn it off and I just drive until it starts to get dark, so I don't think we can make El Paso before it gets dark. I think 400 miles away, I think that's a little out of our reach. But I feel like from El Paso, I feel like if we were to make it to El Paso, I feel like we can make it to Phoenix within the next driving day, so I think it's like a day and a half of driving to get from Austin to Phoenix, if I remember right, looking at the route. Texas is such a wide state, it's a day of driving just to leave the place and go somewhere else from basically anywhere in the state. It's worth being at. It's fine for me. That just means I get to be in my home state more often. Oh, I don't think I've seen a plane come in to land at that runway before. That's kind of cool. Whoa. We're drifting because I'm rubbernecking. That's gonna be bad. Oh, that was cool. Like, there's always something interesting that I don't notice right away. No, I notice it a little later on. And in that case, it's a plane flying 100 feet over the fucking highway coming in on short final. The thing about planes kind of makes me want to play Flight Simulator again, but I don't know, I like it, but I feel like every time they update Flight Simulator, they don't know how to push an update without ruining my controls, so multiple things end up being bound to one key. Inputs for my control surfaces are all get messed up. Like every time the game has a major update, I swear I spend at least 2 hours fixing it to make it playable again. And that's not even counting how long it takes to update that damn game, so I love flying games. I love Flight Simulator, but just knowing the headache it is to make my game work, I just haven't wanted to do it for a while. Well, let me put it, I want to play the game. I don't want to fix the game. So that's the thing here. I want to play the game. I want to play the game right now even. But I know it's going to take a good chunk of the afternoon to try and remember how I had everything mapped up and fix all my custom controls. And I just don't want to do it. It's that part that's going to be too much of a headache. I'm going to spend more time fixing the game than I will fucking flying in the game. Here, let's turn our actual headlights on because 5 o'clock, sun's going to start setting soon, and I'll probably forget if I don't do it here within the next couple minutes. Kenworth reminded me that I recently purchased the updated version of the W9, and I don't know that I've ever driven it yet. It's in my garage back in Austin on this save. I just don't think I've actually driven the truck yet, so probably should give that a drive at some point though. Before the Freightliner came out, the old W900, that was my daily driver, so I'm not sure if I would go back to that being my daily driver, because I just like Miss Natalie here so much. But I definitely want to see what some of those changes and updates look like, so that would definitely be interesting to me to check out the new W900. That's something for another day though. This stream we're gonna drive this truck. Well, now that I think about it, thinking back on that Volvo VNL, for all of the, I'm just indifferent to it. Come on, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. For all of my I'm indifferent to that Volvo, there is one thing I really did like, and that was the collision tone. If I was getting too close to a vehicle or to a guardrail even. It didn't work perfectly. I did cross that single lane bridge, and even though I was holding dead center of the line, it was just beep 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 the whole way across, thinking this motherfucker's gonna find a way to swerve and come off the bridge into the ditch. Sometimes it's annoying when it chose to fire, but it was definitely a very useful thing just for situational awareness. Like, I think at one point in the last stream, I remember I was trying to merge over and I forgot to clear my mirror all the way, and it started beeping before I ran into a car that was beside me, so couple that collision tone with the adaptive cruise control. Oh shit! Hang on. When I set up the fucking wheel, I left the cable in the way of my leg instead of tucking it aside like I usually do. I fucking unplugged myself. Okay, we have our steering back. But where was I? Oh yeah, coupled with the adaptive cruise control changes, that collision tone, I enjoyed that part of the driving experience. Like, I didn't feel like I was gonna crash into anything unless I just started looking out my window outside of my apartment or something, just being nosy about the neighbors. So if they could add that why is my steering gone? Oh, hang on. Come on. Detect you, son of a bitch. I don't think the game liked that I accidentally unplugged my steering wheel just a moment ago. My point for this rant that's being interrupted by wheel controls is I kind of wish they had that beep on more trucks. I don't know if it's something that's exclusive to the VNL, that it has a beep in case of, oh hey, you're about to hit something, but on the off chance that, say, the Freightliner or one of the other newer trucks can do that, it would be nice to have that implemented in a less obnoxious way. Crossing a single lane bridge, I don't need to hear that beeping, but if I'm going to swerve into a car because I'm stupid and didn't check my mirror before a turn, yes please, beep and tell me that so I can jerk my wheel straight and center my lane while I figure out what I'm about to hit. That would be brilliant. It's 7 o'clock. The sun is going to be setting here in the next hour or so, so I think whatever our next rest stop we come across is, that's going to be where we pull off for the night. And then we'll rest and press our way on to Phoenix at 10 hours from here, so our next day of driving will be in Phoenix. This first day of driving is just getting our way out of Texas, so there we go. Slow down a little bit because I feel like in one of these recent updates it seems like braking action got a lot worse in the rain.
Keep right.
I feel like that's not just me. I think it is not braking as well in the rain, so we definitely want to take it a little bit slower while we drive. Hopefully by the time we find that gas station, or even just a little rest pull-off area on the side of the freeway, wherever we find, I hope after we rest the rain will be cleared up for the morning. Although that is a really nice sunset, though. Kind of like that pinkish hue against the blue with the rain around it. Hopefully it's not going to be too rainy though, if it's not too cloudy. Or maybe the skybox is going to update soon and it's going to get even worse, I don't know. But I would like to hope it's not going to be too rainy. Van Horn, that is where we are going to pull off and rest for the night.
Finding a new route. Go straight on.
See, I am full on the brakes, and that took a long time to stop. I am quite certain that in the rain, braking action has become worse. Which is fine, it feels realistic to me. It's just I took a couple of months of hiatus up until very recently from playing the game, so I was a little surprised when I tried braking and it didn't seem like it wanted to work in the rain that one time.
Go straight on.
Looks like we're good.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna
Turn
listen
left.
to your route. We are going where I feel like going.
Recomputing.
I think. Where's the way in? It looks like this might be the way in. Now the map says I've
Reroute.
clearly been here before, but this isn't one that I've been to more than maybe once.
When possible. Make cake. Let's find a new route. Make a U-turn.
And we're gonna cheat back it up, is just like before. I suck at backing things up. And I think we're gonna be on the line in this one, but alright. Sorry guys, I'm gonna be that douche that picks up 2 lanes, so it is what it is. Alright, we're take another quick sip of coffee here and we will get onto the road. Today, I feel like by 3 or 4, and about 4:30, that sounds about right.
Turn right.
We should be in Phoenix.
ready to turn left. Turn left.
It's probably safe to make the turn. AI is, for all the stupidity AI has, they are smart enough to stay on the freeway unless they're getting onto a side road, so I've never had to look right and make sure nobody was going back onto the interchange from the exit. Alright, let's just lock our cruise control back into 65 and we are going to be on our way. Next stop is going to be El Paso. Yeah, it's a nice morning too. The rain has even let up. So we get to have nice, good driving conditions all the way into Phoenix. No, I mean, my West Texas geography is pretty bad, but I don't think Van Horn is that far from El Paso, so I think we should be there here relatively soon, and then we can cross the state line into New Mexico finally. Yeah, I think this is, I think this is El Paso coming up right here. There wouldn't be a garage icon just in the middle of nowhere, so that must be my El Paso branch of M&S Logistics. That's the name of my in-game trucking company. Ah, here we go, El Paso indeed. The speed limit's going to drop down to 60 coming up, so we'll just prepare ahead by slowing ourselves down adequately.
Keep left.
I do like how, I feel like they did a pretty good job capturing the sprawl around the 10 in El Paso. Now that cuts through the thickest part of the city, I believe, so a lot of nicely detailed buildings on either side of the freeway for the next couple of miles, trying to represent the density of El Paso, and I'm for that. It's a pretty fun place to drive through. I mean, it's good that El Paso is pretty nicely detailed. I mean, with nowhere to go to the north or to the east of Texas yet, El Paso being on an interstate, unless you're going up to the northwest, it's pretty much the fastest way out of the state into like New Mexico or Arizona or Southern California. So you're gonna drive through El Paso a lot. And for the people who buy the DLC and don't have the money to just have a garage in El Paso and spawn there, or in any city really, you have to drive typically through El Paso to get into the DLC area. So it's pretty good that they made El Paso look so nice and make it feel like a city. It definitely helps to enjoy your first taste of Texas being a city like El Paso with these nice decorated bridges showing the street names, and these last couple of miles of there being you know, buildings and suburbs. Makes it feel like you're driving into a real city. Anyway, why are we doing 55 and a 60? I may drive like a grandma, but I'll do at least 60. I don't feel good about trying 65 in a sharp bend like this. It's probably doable, but I drive like a grandma, like I said, so we're just gonna take it nice and easy. I wonder what that is. That's apparently a photo opportunity. Next time I come through here, I'll remember to get into photo mode and see what that is. Even if I don't take a picture, having it in the frame will at least tell you what the landmark is. So that's nice.
Keep left.
Now we're back in the 75 zone, so we can speed her back up. There's exit 0, so we should be transiting into New Mexico any moment now. Oh, there we go. New Mexico welcomes you. It only took us like 12 hours of driving, but we are out of Texas finally. Also, it's 9 o'clock, so we can switch from head beams to just having our amber running lights on. That's another quirky little thing I do when I play the game, in addition to locking my speed down and my general drive like a grandma tendencies, is the running lights are usually kept on. I don't know how, but people allege that if lights are on, you're less likely to be hit or involved in an accident. Which makes no damn sense to me. I figure if you're too stupid to see this 80,000-pound missile shooting down the road without the lights, turning them on won't make a difference, but people say it does. And the trailer says, we drive with the lights on for your safety, so I figure if I'm going to pull an At the Mile Logistics trailer and have my personalized version of their skin for my immersion, I might as well drive with my secondaries on. Let's merge over. I don't trust the AI. Getting onto the freeway from an exit, they have a death wish, and there's no, I don't know, there's no code monkey language that says, hey, yield before you get on, so if you don't get out of the way, 100% without fail, every vehicle coming off that is going to ram into a car that's nearby them. Which is not realistic, that's just bad AI, because that can be reproduced at every lane ending area like that, on like every interstate. And that's definitely something I wish they would take care of, so I don't feel like I have to drift into the other lane a little bit to make sure I'm not hit. Yeah, that's something I really like about Texas in the game is we've done over a day of driving and we have not been scaled in once. I mean, if they're dotted in the game, I'm sure at some place there actually are stations to scale your truck in, but at least in the parts of Texas I've been in, I've never seen weighing stations. I didn't even know that was a thing until American Truck Simulator came out, so I do like how sparse the weigh stations are in Texas instead of them just having one just everywhere, because there definitely are not manned weigh stations everywhere in that big ass state. I'll bring it up to like 65, I guess. I say that and then we enter into road work right away, so slow it down. Get on our brakes, bring it down, get ready to... Looks like this guy's waiting on us to do the merge, so... We'll just set our speed back up to 55 and just let the adaptive cruise control hold us behind the car in front of us. I will say, if one thing disappointed me about the Texas DLC, it's the surprising lack of road work on Interstate 35. I used to live on a town that was right on Interstate 35. There was always construction work, and then if you go up towards Waco or south towards Austin, there was even more construction work, so I feel like most of my childhood, that interchange between, I want to say it's US 190, if I remember right, that turns towards Killeen. Anyway, that interchange between the state route and 35, I swear most of my childhood there was some kind of construction going on there, so for realism they could have put a lot more construction on the interstate. Oh, there's our first way station coming up in 2 miles that we've seen on our whole trip so far down the interstate. As we get closer to it, I must preemptively slow down to about 55. I imagine they're probably going to make us scale since we haven't done it at all in this trip. As I expected, we are going to scale at the port of entry into Arizona. Really? All the time I've played, I've never been into San Simon? Huh. I'll have to find a job that'll take me here sometime then. What we got? 65,000 pounds. Yes, we know our vehicle needs to be repaired. Don't worry, officer. We'll do that as soon as we get to Phoenix. Y'all have a nice day.
Go straight on.
Looks like I haven't been to San Simon ever. I've just driven down the 10 past here a lot, apparently. I thought I had all the cities down in the original area already discovered. This guy up there in front of us is probably having a good time being blocked behind a semi that's barely doing 65. Maybe even 60, because I seem like every so often I gain on him just enough that the adaptive cruise control starts to kick in because I'm getting too close. I think he's starting to speed up finally. He's pulling away.
Go straight on.
Or not, of course I say that, jinx myself, and the cruise control cuts me back down to 45, trying to avoid a collision. One of these days I want to find a job that's either in Beaumont or in San Diego, and I want to just run the length of the 10 we have available to us. It'd just be a nice long shot down the interstate. I can't wait till we get like Louisiana, Alabama, over into Florida. It would be fun to just take the interstate coast to coast in one long trip. If we could go to New Orleans at the right time of year in the game, it probably won't represent this in the game, but who knows, maybe if we show up at the right time, we'll be able to drink and drive and look at titties while we're delivering cargo. You know, Mardi Gras.
Go straight on.
Alright, so here is Tucson, so if I remember the area correctly, and quite frankly I don't remember the area, I think at some point here soon we turn northbound and then it's onward into Phoenix. Okay, so yeah, so there's, if this is where we turn south to go to Nogales, then yeah, it looks like we just stay on the we just stay here, we'll turn north
Keep
here
left.
soon and circle around Tucson. Slow it down a little bit, just take this turn nice and easy. That's a sharp one to be doing that kind of speed at. No. Makes me glad I can't just put a lead foot down and do 75, 80 through here.
Go straight on.
That was the speed limit as we came up on that turn, was 75. way too fast. I was doing 60 and I still felt like I had to slow down a little bit.
Keep left.
Well, it's looking like this would be, looking at the uptime, it looks like this is like an hour and a half or so of driving by the time all said and done, so I wasn't feeling like I wanted to run this for longer than 2 hours, so we might just do the one job. I think what we're gonna do is drop our cargo off, go find a service center so I don't forget to repair my vehicle, and we're going to top off the tank and we'll decide what we're going to haul out of Phoenix on our next day that I do this. Here, we'll bump it up. Bump it up to 65 and cap out our speed. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't realize we left the 65 zone. And we'll put our slower self over in the far right lane so faster cars can use the 2 lanes to our left. Actually, we're going to go over here because that's an exit only coming up, and I don't feel like going to San Diego. That's not on our routing for today. We want to keep going up north, following the 10 into Phoenix. Miles, so not much farther. It's only coming up on 2 o'clock as well. We're actually ahead of the anticipated ETA this morning of 4:30 or so. Of course, we were also doing like 20 miles an hour on a city road when we looked at that, so we've had all day drive way faster than 20 miles an hour, so that makes a huge difference in our travel time too. Where is our exit going to be? I can't tell until we get around the corner on the GPS. I think we're going straight through this one. But let's cut our speed down a little bit for these turns.
Go straight on.
I don't deliver to Phoenix that often, so I don't just know off the top of my head where we're going, like in some places.
Keep left.
It's definitely not Seattle where I can just look at the road signs and I know where I have to be for any job I want to take. Hang on, looks like this might be our exit. Nope, that's not our exit.
Keep right, and then exit right.
I think this is our exit. I hate the interchanges here, man. There are so many fucking exits in such close succession. I wonder how the natives find their way around here.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right. Turn left.
Let's see. Can't see. Can't really see either. We're gonna go for it. Put blind faith in the fact that nobody's gonna come around this corner and nail us. Hey, it looks like our Phoenix garage and a Kenworth dealership, by the look of it, are right around the block. So there's our service station for a fix-up, and there's
Go straight
a place for cheap fuel right nearby. Let's slow it down a bit. We're a little fast for the city roads.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left. This is where it ends.
Where are we parking today? Now let's see if I can do this without messing it up like every other time. Alright, let's see if we can straighten it out just a little bit. Don't want to jinx it, but for a guy who is the absolute worst at backing up out of everybody that I know, I think we're doing pretty good. Oh no, we're crooked as a motherfucker. are gonna cheat, and we are gonna look at this from a different angle. Oh, you know what? I suck at doing this. If they're happy with that, I am gonna be happy with that. The important thing is it's in the bay. Hopefully nobody needs to use that bay that my truck is blocking. Alright, so first up, we're gonna drive over here and fix our truck, because it's been a couple thousand miles, and the way station people were not happy about the condition. Shit, what did I click? I don't remember what I had mapped up to potentially decouple my trailer. What's up? Bring it forward, bring it straight back. Couple that back up, that definitely needs to go with us. We're not leaving it in Phoenix. Alright, let's bring it around, go get it fixed up, and we'll look at what kind of job offers are available. And if one that looks interesting to me is short enough, I'll probably do it. If there's one that I really want to do, but it's a little on the long side, I'm just going to save it for another day, because I don't have time or energy to want to run another hour-and-a-half long drive.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
But before we figure out where we're going, we fix our truck, and thought you were going to run into me. Fix our truck and get some fuel. Just slow it down a little bit where shouldn't be doing 30 here. That's what cruise control is
Get
for.
ready to turn left.
So I can take my lead foot off the pedal.
Turn left.
I'm just going to inch it forward a little bit because I have no visibility. Oh, I'm in his way, and I guess he's going to yield to me. Alright, well, sorry for blocking your way.
Turn right. Here we are, safe and sound.
Bring it around. So there's our service icon. Try and swing this as close to the door as we can so we have room to turn our way back out with the trailer. Alright, there we go. Service. Oops, center our camera back up. Now we just gotta go right and pick up some fuel at our garage. Yeah, luckily that rolled over it. I was worried I was gonna bump into that. I've driven my 40-foot container that I usually haul through that gap plenty of times, but I think it's not very often I take a 53-foot dry van through that, so definitely wasn't sure how that would work. Alright. Throw in park and brake. Let's fill our thirsty girl up. This is gonna be the cheapest fuel we're gonna find for a while. It's so expensive here, and in garages I recently found out give you like 10% cheaper fuel, so definitely been working hard trying to expand my garage network and have places where I could potentially fuel up. Speaking of my garage network, we just added a whole bunch of garages. Why aren't you guys working? You're the only ones who aren't being productive. Like, seriously, daily profit 0? Why are y'all resting? Fuck it. I don't care. I make $11.5 million a week. If you guys can just fucking stay in your bunks in your truck, and if you decide to make me money, that would be ideal, but if not, I really don't care. Because apparently I'm that cool employer that will let you fuck off instead of doing your job. Okay, I have been to Haver. Is there somewhere I have not been? Have I been to... Yeah, I've been to Great Falls. Casper, we've been there. Man, Laredo. Well, this one's a job for another day. I don't feel like doing it today, but our next job, if I remember and we don't end up taking a different job next time, but I think we're gonna go to Coeur d'Alene. I like that city. I used to have a garage there that I based my player truck out of, and it'd be a nice stepping stone to explore Montana some more, because all of these cities here in Montana I've been to maybe once or twice, and several of them I haven't even been to. And that's not the case with most every other city. I've been there multiple times, so I'm thinking we'll relocate our truck to Coeur d'Alene via this job, and then we'll look specifically for shorter jobs next time where we can see if we can hit places like Sydney, Glendive, Miles City. Those would be great. I haven't been to any of those yet. Although if we see something for Sheridan or Jackson, we'll take those too, because I think really I just need to discover those couple of cities up there. I feel like we've done everywhere else. At some point we need to do San Simone and Ehrenberg. Okay, there are a couple of the out of the way places in California as well, but as far as density of places I can go to that I haven't been to before, Up here seems like a good place to start, but I'd like to discover all the cities at some point, so I think we're gonna call it here. And yeah, I feel like that is our game plan. Next job, we're gonna go up to Idaho so that we can start looking for other jobs to do up in this region that will hopefully take us to places we haven't been yet before. So, I'm getting out of here. Whoever was here watching for the last while, I wasn't paying attention, but I hope you had a good time. And if nobody was here and I talked to myself the whole time, hey, that just means I got to play the game. So, I'll see y'all next time. Have a good rest of the Sunday.